Hello YouTube world. It has been a long time since I have made any videos on this channel, and I decided, hey, why don't I try it? I've always wanted to make vlogs, share my life with the world, and I've just been too afraid to speak up, too afraid to just share my life in an intimate way. And I think that I'm cheating myself out of what God wants me to do with my life. And so here I am again, 2 years later. I have quite a bit of updates to make, and my journeys have not ceased. In fact, they have just gotten better. In the middle of 2017, I met my now husband. I am married. We have been married for 5 months, and they have been the most extraordinary 5 months of my entire life. It's been so rewarding to have waited for the man that God had for me. And just about, let's see, it was the middle of December. We got married in the middle of August. 2 months after we were married, we found out we were expecting a little baby, and I'm due on August 11th. I am so thrilled to be a mom. I'm so excited to be able to share this journey with my friends on YouTube world, but also just to encourage people who maybe have gone through a similar experience as me, and just to be an encouragement is basically what I want to do. So that being said, here's a few interesting facts about me. I grew up most of my life not living in the United States, and re-entering into this wonderful country called the United States of America has been one of the most challenging things I have ever done in my entire life. I only lived here for about 8 years when I was a child, and then I moved overseas with my family and have basically not really ever lived in the United States except for a couple years when I was a teenager. And then ever since then I've been either in Mexico or in France. And since I started my relationship with my now husband and have gotten married and am now expecting our first baby, we are not planning on leaving the United States, at least right now. We're establishing our family here. And so it's been interesting to put down roots in a country that it's my home country, but I don't and didn't have very much experience living here, and it was very challenging to adjust to life in the United States when I first got back. So I got a job, and I mean, I've always had a job, which has been basically either be a student or work for free, but not for money. Because it's basically what being a missionary is. It's your job, it's your entire life to tell people about Jesus, and I believe now more firmly than ever that that should be, well, the lights just went out, it's very windy outside, but that should be your end goal. Like, sharing the Lord with the world should not did I say that right? Sharing the Lord with the world should not be something that you only do because it's your job. It literally should be something that comes out from the inside of you, and it should be something that you do on an everyday basis, regardless of where you live, if you live overseas or if you live in your home country. So now I'm here. I live in Oklahoma, and it has been very interesting, to say the least, living here for a little while. I've been here for about close to 2 years now. So anyways, I just wanted to share my life. I just wanted to share my story. I also have a very big interest in painting and in art and in, interior design. I studied for a little bit interior design, didn't finish my degree, but it's something that I have a huge interest in and would like to do more tutorials on different things that I've made. Which I'm not good about remembering to film them, because after I'm in a project I'm like, oh my gosh, I should have shared this little project. Like, I just made those, I don't know if you can see them, those little nightstands. I painted them. They're the typical 3-legged nightstands that you can get for really cheap, and I just painted them and they turned out really nice. So yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I'm supposed to do this. And I enjoy making videos. I just don't usually make them in vlog format, and I haven't done very many, but I think it's fun and it's a creative way to release my creative energy or creativeness, and just make something. So that being said, I'm currently, I think I already mentioned this, I'm already 4 months pregnant, and I think I would like to be doing, well, I know I would like to be doing pregnancy update videos just for friends and family who aren't here with me right now. And so yeah, so let me show you my belly. As everyone, I guess, probably is wondering why I look a little chubby, but it's because I have a belly of a baby. So I just have a little bump, just a little one. And my shirt is so cute. It says Mama Bear on it, and I really love it. So I would say, depending on what kind of content people enjoy seeing from me, I will make more videos of that. But I really want to do inspirational videos as well. I know that there are possibly a lot of girls out there who have had a similar experience as me, even though I sometimes feel like I have to be the only one going through this. Sometimes I look around and I see girls who are young mothers or young wives, and they have their moms there to encourage them, to share in the special highlights of feeling the baby move for the first time, sharing the heartbeat audio with their mothers, or just being able to call their moms up and say, "Hey mom, I'm having a rough day," or "Morning sickness is really killing me right now." And all of those things are things that I've gone through and will be going through that I don't get to share with my mom right now. My mom has been struggling with mental issues since I was 14 years old, and now I'm 27, so it's been a really long time. It's been about 13 years, and it's been rough. It's been really challenging to go through such a special moment of my life and not have my mom there with me, not be able to call her and have conversations about just the different changes my body is going through and preparing me to receive my baby. It's been very hard, and I want you to know that if you're going through something like that, I want you to know that you're not alone. I want you to know that I understand the pain in your heart that you can't share these special moments with your mom for whatever reason, whether she's not here physically on the world anymore, or whether she's not here emotionally right now, or if she's just mentally so out of it that you can't even have a conversation with her without feeling so intensely frustrated that she doesn't understand what's going on. And in my case, it's been more of like the emotional unavailability of my mom and the mental instability that she's dealt with that has kept her from really comprehending that she's going to be a grandma for the first time. And it hurts my heart so much. It breaks my heart that I can't share those moments with my mom. But I want you to know that you're not alone, and I want you to know that there are people around you who would be more than happy to share those moments with you, whether it be a grandma, whether it be an aunt, or a friend who's gone through a pregnancy recently, or in the past, who's a mother now. Those people are there for you. I know this because I finally opened up and I shared with, I basically shared on Facebook how it was really challenging for me in the last few months to be pregnant and not be able to share those special moments with my mom. And so many ladies that I have on my Facebook were like, I'll adopt you for the time until your mom is there again to share those moments with you. And there were ladies that were like, if you ever need to talk, just give me a call, you know. And even my grandma was like, I love you so much with all my heart, and I'm here for you. And it's things that I know, but that I hadn't really, I guess, really thought that I could approach somebody about, because, you know, I see my friends and they just like, they go with their mom and they get to go shopping for the baby, you know, or they get to just talk to them whenever, or even just spend time with them and have lunch when they're having a rough day. And those are things I can't do right now, and hopefully I'll be able to do in the future. But I just want you to know that you're not alone. I just want you to know that there's a light at the end of the tunnel, even though it seems really, really dark and really hard right now. And my hope is that we can build a community of ladies who care for one another, whether you're young or old, whether you have your mom in your life right now or you don't, who can support one another and just know that we're all in this together, and that God has a plan and a purpose for each one of our babies' lives and for each one of our lives. And the other thing that I've really been contemplating a lot in the last few months has been how important it is for us as women to have a support and community group that we can rely on, who we trust, to just share when life gets rough. You know, like life is not always Instagram perfect. Life is not always rose colored and glitter and gold. You know, it's really hard sometimes. And I wish that I had had more of the true friendships that I have right now when I re-entered the United States as a young single girl, and not knowing who I could really rely on and who I could trust. I mean, I had a few friends, but there were friendships that I hadn't really worked on in the last few years, and I had to rebuild. And I want people to know how important it is that you have a support group, that you have people that you trust, that are just there for you, and you're there for them too. It goes both ways. And above everything else, I want to help young women become the strong, beautiful warriors and just the queens that they are in God's sight, to rule and reign in this world and bring God's light and His peace and His love into every part of their lives, but also to develop to become the person that God has called them to be. I think there's a lack in most cases of mothering, whether it's physically or spiritually even. There is such a lack of leadership in churches really reaching out to young women and mothering them. And mothering is not always pretty, you know, like when a mother mothers her child and disciplines him or her because they're being disobedient, she does it out of love. She doesn't do it because she hates her child. And that is something that my husband and I are very passionate about, is mothering and fathering the church as a whole so that they can become who God has called them to be. And that only happens through really doing life with people and really getting down in the trenches with people and fighting the fight with them, instead of saying, hey, here's a book, read this, you'll be fine, you know. And calling out when someone needs to change what they're doing that is wrong. And I've had people who have done that for me, who have helped me, and it's helped me to understand clearly God's word and change the things that need to be changed in my life, and in turn to Jesus to help me transform that area of my life. So in doing these videos, it's not just going to be pregnancy videos, it's not going to be just painting videos, it's not going to be just spiritual encouragement. it's going to be a mix of everything in my life. And if you are interested, then stick around. If you're not, that's totally understandable. But that's kind of where I want to take my channel from this point forward. And it's just going to be a journey of life with God, with us, with me and my family. And I'm very excited to share this journey of becoming the wife that God has called us to be, and becoming the mothers that God has called us to be, and the friends that God has called us to be, and the daughters and the sisters and the aunts and the grandmothers that God has called us to be. So welcome to my channel, and I hope you all have a very lovely day. Today it is wonderful weather outside, and I'm really going to go enjoy it with a friend here in a little bit. And just remember to always live in the moment. Live every day like it's going to be your last, and stand up for truth. Have a wonderful day, guys. Bye.